All right, welcome back. Let's dive into part 2 of our look at The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a book that honestly has the power to shift the way you think about wealth, freedom, and financial choices. In part 1, we talked about why we're never satisfied with what we have, why trying to buy respect is a trap, and how real wealth is usually what you don't see. Now, let's move into the 4th major concept in the book. And honestly, this one ties everything together in such a meaningful way. Money misconception number 4. Real wealth buys you freedom, not just stuff. There's a quote people often say, "You can't take your money with you when you die." That's true, but Housel argues we've misunderstood what that actually means. It doesn't mean money is meaningless. It means we should think about what money can do while we're still alive. And the most powerful thing it can buy is freedom. Not flashy freedom like flying private or owning yachts. Though, hey, if that's your thing, more power to you. No, he's talking about the freedom to control your own time. Imagine this. You wake up and your schedule is completely yours. You get to decide who to work with, when to work, or if you even want to work that day. You have the space to spend time with your kids, your parents, or yourself, without having to ask for permission or worry about paying rent next month. That's the kind of freedom wealth is meant to bring. There's actually a study from the University of Michigan that Housel cites, and it's pretty eye-opening. It found that people who feel they have more control over their time are consistently happier than people who make more money but feel trapped by their schedules. So here's the big idea. Wealth isn't about buying more things. It's about buying back your time. Even if you don't have millions in the bank, if you've saved up enough to live comfortably for 6 months or a year, you've already bought yourself a kind of freedom that's priceless. You can quit a toxic job. You can say no to things you don't want to do. You can take time to figure out what you actually want from life. And that leads us to a mindset shift the book really pushes. Just because you're not spending money doesn't mean that money is going to waste. We often think unused money is just sitting there, but really, it's sitting there protecting your freedom. That emergency fund you've got, that's not idle money. That's flexibility insurance. That's time you can use to pivot, recharge, take a risk, or slow down. Let's talk about trade-offs. One thing most people never fully grasp until it's too late is that every dollar you spend comes with a trade-off, not just in money, but in time and energy. Let me give you an example. Say you really want the newest iPhone. It costs $1,200. If you make $20 per hour after taxes, you're trading 60 hours of your life for that phone. And that's before any monthly service plans, insurance, or accessories. Now, I'm not saying don't buy the phone. If it makes your life better and you love it, go for it. But what Housel wants us to do is think consciously. Am I spending this money to improve my life, or just because I feel like I have to keep up with everyone else? Because the more we spend on things we don't really need, the more we lock ourselves into jobs, routines, and lifestyles we might not even enjoy, just to keep paying for it all. Let's bring in a real-life example. Morgan Housel shares something personal in the book. Despite his success, increasing income, and financial growth over the years, his lifestyle hasn't changed all that much. He lives in a modest home, wears simple clothes, and drives a regular car. No flashy upgrades, no trying to impress anyone. Instead, he values things like walking with his family, reading books, listening to podcasts, enjoying quiet moments. None of these require huge amounts of money, but they do require time and freedom. And that's exactly what wealth should buy you. You see, we're sold this idea that success equals luxury. Big homes, fast cars, designer outfits, but success, real success, might just be the ability to walk away from anything that drains you. That's not something you can always see on the outside. A quick sidebar, a book within the book. Now, before we move on, there's a great bonus that Morgan Housel recommends in The Psychology of Money, another book called 30 Lessons for Living. It's based on interviews with over 1,000 elderly people, asking them about the most important lessons they've learned over their lives. And get this, not one of them said that happiness came from buying expensive things or earning more money than their neighbors. What did they say? Being around friends and family matters more than chasing promotions. Creating memories brings more joy than collecting stuff. Being part of a community, giving back, feeling useful, these are the real keys to a meaningful life. So if you've ever